There's a moment on the path when the heart stops asking, "Am I close?" and begins to feel uneasy when it's not. This moment is called uns. Not excitement, not ecstasy, not tears, but familiarity. Uns is often misunderstood. People imagine intimacy with Allah as sweetness, visions, emotional highs. But the scholars of the path were very precise about it, especially Imam al-Ghazali, where he writes in his Ihya Ulumuddin, "Al-unsu billahi huwa sukunul qalbi ilayh, lattirabihi bighayrihi." Uns with Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala is when the heart rests with Him and is no longer agitated by other than Him. Uns is not intensity. Uns is rest. The heart no longer feels like a visitor, it feels at home. Love awakens the heart. Longing stretches it. But uns requires trust. Just as between people, uns or intimacy cannot be forced, the nafs must first loosen its grip. Fear must soften, longing must mature. And then Ibn al-Qayyim rahimahullah in Madarij al-Salikin, he says, "Al-uns thamaratul mahabba, wa la yanalu illa ba'd tul mujahadatan." Uns is the fruit of love, and it's not attained except after prolonged striving. Ramadan performs this striving for you and I quietly. Fasting does something subtle. It removes the need to be entertained. The nafs becomes quieter. The appetite becomes disciplined. The heart becomes less restless. Now, when you stand in prayer, you're not fighting distractions. You are simply there. This is why the scholars said, uns does not come through abundance, but rather through simplicity. Al-Muhasibi, rahimahullah, he used to say, "Man kathura unsuhu billahi, qallat wahshatuhu min al-khalqi." Whoever finds uns, intimacy with Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala, feels less alienated amongst the people. Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala says, "Fadhkuruni adhkurkum." Remember me and I will remember you. The Mufassirun, they said, this remembrance is not only verbal, rather it is presence, answered by presence. You gotta feel. Uns is the felt meaning of this verse. Not that you remember Allah, but that you sense you are remembered. You notice it quietly. You sit longer after prayer. You don't rush to end your sajda. You feel discomfort when dhikr is missing. Worship stops feeling distant, and silence stops feeling empty. Junayd al-Baghdadi rahimahullah, he used to say, "Al-unsu billahi suqutul wahsha." Uns with Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala is the disappearance of estrangement. You are no longer proving anything to anyone. You're no longer living for anyone. You are simply staying. The masters of the heart, they warned us about this. Uns is not laziness. It's not entitlement. It's not abandonment of effort. True uns increases you in humility. Ibn Ata'illah al-Sakandari, he used to say, rahimahullah, rahmatan wasi'ah, متى فتح لك باب الأنس فاحذر. Whenever the door of intimacy is open, be very, very careful. Beware that the ghafla, your heedlessness, does not close it for you. Uns is guarded and protected by shukr, gratitude to Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala. Tonight, don't chase sweetness and vibes. Sit quietly. Say little. Stay longer than usual in the masjid and whisper and say, Ya Allah, make me familiar with you, not merely obedient to you. Uns does not arrive loudly. It settles quietly.